Hey friends, it's Amy Dove, the Keto Queen. I hope you're having a great day. It's Monday, and we're in the kitchen making something pretty simple and delicious. I'd love to know who likes Mexican food. Like, we love Mexican food at my house. We make all kinds of different types of foods, and a lot of people think my Mexican is not Mexican, but guys, this is delicious, and it's so easy, and it's that perfect Mexican spice. So as you're jumping on, I'd love to know where you're watching from and what you're doing for dinner tonight that's low-carb or keto-friendly. We are making a Mexican chicken dish. I've made it before. It's on the recipe blog. I love it. The recipe is actually in the post as soon as I finish this live video. You can go straight to the blog and see it for yourself. It's so easy. But I want to tell you about this delicious mix. This is the Mexican seasoning that we're using to season the chicken. So I bought thin sliced chicken breast, or you can buy your own and slice it thin. Probably would have been better that way, because they sell you crap stuff at the store. And I opened up this chicken. I'm like, what in the world is this? This does not look like chicken breast. It looks like some kind of chicken tenderloins. But what we did is we took that chicken and we seasoned it. And I'm going to tell you how to make this seasoning real fast. And after we seasoned it, we just put it into a warm skillet with some avocado oil. You can use olive oil too. Look how pretty they are. I mean, they don't look like chicken breast, but it's okay, because Ricky's going to rip his up to put them in tortillas. And I'm going to put mine over cauliflower rice, and he's welcome to share if he wants some. But y'all know he doesn't love cauliflower. So let me just tell you about this mix, guys. It's so delicious. We used 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1.5 teaspoons of ground cumin. We used 1 teaspoon of chili powder, onion powder, and garlic powder. 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and oregano, salt, and pepper. And we just mix that up, and it makes this beautiful seasoning. I'm going to go over it again. And make sure you know it's in the link. As soon as I finish up this video, you'll see the recipe link. And one more time, we use 2 teaspoons of paprika, 1.5 teaspoons of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, onion powder, and garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flake, and oregano leaves, and salt and pepper. We mix it up to make this beautiful seasoning. And I mean, you can't do too much as far as I'm concerned. But we're just going to cook this chicken all the way through, and we're going to move it off the hot eye. And then we're going to make our cheese sauce. So the cheese sauce, guys, is so simple and absolutely delicious. We're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter in the skillet. After we get this grease out, we're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter. We're going to let that melt and add 1 cup of heavy cream. You can do more if you want to. 1 cup of heavy cream. And we're just going to let that simmer for a few minutes to get a little thick. As soon as it starts to thicken, we're going to add a cup of extra sharp cheddar. We're going to season it with 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and 1/4 teaspoon of, that's it. Salt, cayenne pepper, and paprika. That's it, paprika. So we've got 3 things we're going to season the cheese dip with. Guys, I'm telling you, you pour that cheese over this chicken and that cauliflower rice. Oh, it is heavenly. Ricky likes to actually wrap the chicken in the tortilla shells. So he can do that if he doesn't want to share the cauliflower rice. But the cauliflower rice is delicious with this seasoning and the cheese dip. All right, so this chicken is super, super thin. This piece is already done. We're just going to take it off the heat and put it over here to the side while I cook my next batch. Guys, if you have questions for me, I'd love for you to put them in the comments. It's been a little while. It seems like I've done a live video. So I'd love to answer any questions you might have about low-carb substitutes. A lot of people ask me, how would you cook this or how would you cook that? I mean, most people love Mexican dishes to have rice and beans. So instead of a white rice or any kind of bean, I'm just using cauliflower rice. And I'm going to season it with butter and salt and pepper and this Mexican seasoning and the cheese. Like, it's going to be absolutely delicious. But that's as simple as it would be to swap out beans and rice for a Mexican dish. I'm holding my timer on here. All right, that was 3 minutes on each side. I'm going to go ahead and take this off, because you know it continues to cook as it sits in its heat. I'm going to stick this over in my oven. It's not turned on, but I do want to make sure it doesn't get cold. Now, I do have a warmer on my oven, but I'm not going to turn that on. This one's a little thicker, so I'm going to keep it there. All right, we're going to go ahead and put this next batch of chicken on the skillet. And I usually cook my thin chicken breast about 3 minutes on each side. Of course, I have to make sure it's done, because Ricky will not touch a piece of chicken that's pink at all. Of course, I don't blame him. I wouldn't either. We ain't supposed to eat pink chicken. I love a pink hamburger. All right, so we're just going to season this chicken. I love a pink steak. And we're just going to season both sides of this beautiful chicken. I mean, look how pretty it is. You can tell it's very flavorful just from the color of this finished chicken that's on the plate. And look how colorful it is. It looks so yummy. I'm going to put this in the oven out of the way. And then let me see if you guys have any questions for me while we're just sitting here chatting. Now, I'm not going to sit here and let you guys watch me simmer some heavy cream. It's really, really simple. After the chicken finishes, we're just going to take out the grease, and we're going to put 2 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of heavy cream. We're going to let it simmer to get a little thick, and then we're going to add 1 cup of extra sharp cheddar cheese with a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, paprika, and salt, and it's going to be so delicious. I've had it before, and we really love this dish. So if you guys have any questions for me, go ahead and let me know. Ooh, Jill had the barbecue chicken slaw tonight. She thought it was yummy. I'm so glad. Hey, Pat from Sarasota. Roxanne, I got my berry blue, and the velvet ras. So excited to try the velvet ras. So I'm going to tell you, I love the velvet ras, but I actually use less water for more flavor because it's really mild. So it's not very, very strong. So I actually use less water, Roxanne, for the velvet ras, and it's so delicious. Bridget ate something this morning that definitely didn't agree. It's been a fasting day. Definitely not by choice. Oh, man. Couldn't even keep my ketones down. Oh, Bridget, we are 100% praying for you. I hope your belly gets all back to normal. You would know if it's food poisoning, though, honey. I've seen people with food poisoning. I mean, they was sick. Like projectile sick. So we know it ain't that. That's a good thing. I hope whatever it is calms down. Hey, Sandra. Do we have any sales? Sandra, I've got some trial pack sales going on right now. And then Black Friday is just around the corner. I don't know what's coming, but I'm sure something's going to come. And then, of course, if you're a brand new customer, you get our brand new customer sale anytime. So if you've never tried them before, let me know, Sandra. All new customers get the new customer sale, which is pretty awesome. All right, let me do this timer one more time. I got 3 minutes left on each side. I'm going to put this in there in the oven. Let me get my plate back out. This chicken looks absolutely delicious. I mean, that is just beautiful. It's going to be really pretty over top that cauliflower rice. Okay, any questions, guys? If y'all don't have any questions, what can you do for lunch? Do you have anything to follow? I'm almost ready to start. Oh, goodness. Oh, Carmilla, that's exciting. I always get excited when people say they're thinking about, I knew you was my customer, Sandra. That's why I was curious. So Sandra, if you're a VIP customer, which means the monthly customer, I don't know that. I knew you was my customer, but I didn't know if you was monthly. Then you have a sale every single day of the week because our VIP customers keep a sale. And then if you're not a current monthly VIP customer, don't worry. We're going to see some great things coming. So Carmilla, what I personally do for lunch is not much. I'll be very honest. I've been doing this for a long time, over 5 years. So I don't eat a whole lot all throughout the day. If I get hungry for lunch, I have something very small. Like if I had leftovers, I might take me a small leftover plate. If I don't have leftovers, then what I would normally do if I'm hungry is I might scramble up some eggs, or I might do a fried egg, or my mom loves to make chicken salad. So she's got a low-carb chicken salad, which chicken salad is low carb. So she'll make chicken salad. I might eat a bunless burger. I might have a side salad. I might have a deli roll up. Just super simple things. Most all of my carbs and my calories for the day comes at dinner. So I love to fast, and I intermittent fast quite often. Today, honestly, it was so crazy at work that I didn't eat anything. I actually did get a little hungry today, but it was too busy. I could not move away from my desk. So normally I would have, on a normal day, when I feel that hunger, I would grab something, just something small. But that's just me. You don't have to. You honestly can eat whatever you want to. It's just about eating when you're hungry and not just out of habit. So many of us wake up in the mornings and we're like, oh, it's breakfast time. And then 12 o'clock hits and everybody at work is going to lunch, or your lunch schedules start rotating. You're like, oh, it's lunchtime, but your body really is not telling you it's hungry. So I just love to teach eating out of hunger instead of habit. And most of the time, depending on what you choose to eat, your belly will be full fast. So like I love meat and cheese trays. Like I might do some pepperoni and some mozzarella cheese, or I mean, we just keep it super, super simple. Haley bought some of these chicken nuggets. They're all right. I think they were called Too Good or something like that. I don't know. They were low carb chicken nuggets. I mean, they were all right, but it's not something I would necessarily go after. I really like deli roll-ups. Just taking a piece of ham or a piece of turkey, not honey ham, just like a regular cooked ham or a piece of turkey, and roll it around some cheese or a lettuce leaf with some lettuce leaf with some turkey and cheese. Like just simple things is what I usually do for lunch, because most all of my carbs and my calories come at dinner time, and we thoroughly enjoy our dinners. All right, there's my timer again. I'm gonna do this for 2 more minutes though, because that's a pretty thick piece. What other questions you guys have? I hope that helped. We love deviled eggs. So like anytime Ricky makes deviled eggs, I usually always cook extra so I can take those to work and like snack on those when I'm feeling that hunger pain. But again, it's just super easy things. I don't put a lot of effort into lunch. And breakfast I never have unless it's a special occasion. I always drink my ketones in the morning. I always have a fasting window because I love to fast. And intermittent fasting is not hard. It's just literally stopping after dinner and eating the next day when you actually get hungry. So in the mornings, I drink my ketones every morning in replacement of breakfast, giving me tons of energy and appetite control. If you guys don't know what I'm drinking, I'm sure you do, but if you don't know what I'm drinking, put NAT in the comments and I'll send you some information on the ketones that I use and share, because they're the only bioidentical ketones on the market. Like your body, when you drink them, your body lights up, your brain lights up, because it knows exactly what it is. It is clean fuel for your body and your brain. So I love mine. Tons of appetite control, tons of energy. It's natural energy. So like me and Rika were talking a while ago, the time changed, and I mean, it's so dark here. I mean, 5 o'clock hits. We're not even home yet. It's pitch dark, and we walk in the house and we're like, oh, you know, we hate this time change. But we really don't feel like the drag that we normally would, because that sustained energy is just natural all day. So absolutely love them. Okay, this is already cooked plenty of time. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on my plate, and you guys are going to see me mix up this cheese dough. Look how pretty this chicken is. That's some pretty meals. Some weird looking chicken there. Oh goodness. Oh, there's Ellie Mae. Oh, Ellie Mae. Look how pretty. That looks good, don't it? Let me get this out of the way. Ellie Mae. Nobody wants to do that, girl. All right, I got to turn this down because y'all know my stovetop gets so hot. And I'm just going to take this excess grease right out into the garbage can. Oh, it's hot though. Be careful. Ow. Maybe too hot to put in there. Oh yeah, there we go. It doesn't have to be perfectly clean with soap, just the majority of that. And then we're going to go ahead and cut up 2 tablespoons of butter. Gotta get a new knife. That's probably a half. All right, we're gonna let that butter melt, and then we're gonna add our heavy cream, and then we're just gonna let it simmer. That heavy cream, it will look like water when you first start, but as it simmers, it gets thick. It's called heavy whipping cream because it whips up into something thick. And when it starts to thicken, we're gonna add our cheese. Now I've got a cup of extra sharp cheddar, and then we're gonna add a 4th teaspoon of cayenne pepper, paprika, and a little bit of salt. Now I also have some cauliflower rice that I'm going to use tonight. Ricky is not a huge fan of cauliflower rice, but trust me guys, cauliflower rice with this cheese sauce and those seasonings on the chicken is just absolutely delicious. Do you ever drink protein drinks? Pat, we actually have a protein drink that I use every once in a while, but not every single day. It's called Keto Pro. It's one of the drinks on our line. Oh yeah, I know you're hooked on them drinks because they're amazing, aren't they? I mean, they make you feel so amazing. Oh yeah, so I'm so excited for you. Make sure you follow up with me, Carmela, because if I have some coupons, I want to make sure you get a coupon. Our new customers get a new customer sale, but if I haven't used all my coupons, I'll have that in addition. Let's see, granola good for Keto Queen. There is some granola low carb recipes you can cook, but like a granola bar off the counter, I haven't seen any that I would personally use. Let's see. We're making, hey Vanessa, how are you? We're making our Mexican chicken and cheese dip. So excited. All right, so I got this over here. I'm gonna put it over to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the microwave for a second. It says microwave for 5.5 to 6 minutes, and that sounds great to me because I always wanna make sure it's got plenty of cooking. I'll move that over here, huh? It's a steam bag. Good girl. Good girl. I love you. I love you. I can't touch you right now. I'm just cooking. All right, and my butter is melted, so I'm gonna go ahead and put 1 cup of heavy cream. And just keep in mind, you can always add more heavy cream. You can do as much cheese sauce as you want to. It's just me and Ricky, so this is probably gonna be enough. But I may decide to make more because it tastes that great. So I'm just gonna get this out of the way here, so I'm not gonna need to measure nothing else. And let me get a spoon. So as I said, when you first put your heavy cream in the skillet and you pick it up with a spoon, I mean, it's gonna be like just pure water. I mean, y'all see that? It's just pure water. But when you turn the heat up and you let it simmer, the longer it simmers or the longer you boil it, the faster it thickens. Now, we don't want it thick, thick, thick. We're gonna add some cheese. So as it starts to thicken, you will see. You'll know what it feels like. You'll see what it looks like. We're gonna add the cheese. Now, keep this in mind. If you start cooking your heavy cream and you add the cheese and it gets too thick, no worries. You can put a splash of heavy cream in there to thin it back out. You can also add a splash of chicken broth in there. You can add a splash of water. I normally just use a splash of heavy cream if I need to thin it out, because sometimes it will get really, really hot really fast. And you're like, oh man, that is some really thick sauce. It's no big deal, just add a little splash of cream. But we're gonna season it with a half a teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon. Oh, I didn't open that one yet. Let's see if I got one open. Oh yeah, I do. We're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika and a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. That's a big fourth right there. Okay, y'all see this? Y'all see that big bubble in there? That means my skillet is way too hot. I'm gonna pull it back for a second. So I've got a 1/4 teaspoon of paprika. I'm gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and I'm gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I mean, you can even do more if you want to. I mean, I love seasonings. Sometimes I'll taste it and be like, oh yeah, need a little more of that. Now I'm gonna stir this and just make sure it's seasoned well, and then we'll put it back over the heat. Now my stovetop my eye gets really hot. That's one thing about this stovetop. It's a good one. And this one specific eye cooks so hot that a lot of times I can just turn the heat off and you'll still hear it sizzling. It cooks really hot. All right, so we are seasoning this. It's not gonna look like a white heavy cream. It's gonna look like a seasoned, beautiful cheese dip. And I can tell you right now, just by looking at it, we're going all out tonight. I'm adding some more heavy cream. Oh, that wasn't good. We're going all out. I'm gonna add some more heavy cream because I'm feeling some cheese dip tonight. And homemade cheese dip is nothing like a store-bought cheese dip. You know exactly what you're putting in it. It's just heavy cream. Yes, it's got calories. It's got calories. And yes, heavy cream has carbs, but you're not going to drink this whole thing by yourself. It's going to be delicious over that cauliflower rice. I'm super excited. And because I just added some, even though it just got hot, it's going to have to heat back up and start to saute or simmer. I don't know why I said saute. It's going to start to simmer. Turn it back up. Cauliflower's over there cooking. I hear it. Now, if you want to, you can put some red pepper flakes in this too, but I'm not. I think the cayenne and the paprika makes this taste absolutely delicious. And of course, you're going to have the flavor of the cheese as well. We're going to add that cheese as soon as it starts to thicken up. And you'll see right now it's still pretty much water. It's a little thicker, but still water. All right, guys. Do you have any other questions? If you do, put them in the comments. I'm almost done. So it doesn't even have to boil. You can see it getting thicker just as it just heats up. But a small simmer is really perfect. If you get it really too hot, it will start to cook very fast, and it can actually burn. I've never done it before, but I've literally almost cooked it out of the skillet because it was so hot, and I started washing dishes and forgot all about it. So I like to cook it on a very, very low heat or a very low simmer, so I don't ever do that again. All right, I'm gonna start putting all these things up. Again, that recipe is in the post. As soon as I finish this live video, you'll see a recipe straight to the blog. I've got my ground cumin, my paprika, the chili powder, the onion powder, the garlic powder, the red pepper flakes, yes. Let's see, we got our oregano, and all the great things. The cayenne pepper and the cheese sauce. It was all delicious together. It makes an amazing meal. Onion powder. We got a place for everything here. Salt and pepper. Let me put that up. All right, you see it? It's boiling there. I mean, it's going to get super thick really fast. But it's still looking like water. So I still got a little ways to go. It may start to boil, and that's okay. But until it really starts to thicken up just a little, we don't want to add the cheese. My sis made keto cornbread dressing. Ooh, was it good? Oh, she said it was good. Debbie, you'll have to share the recipe with us. Everybody asked me about a dressing recipe, and I'm not a huge dressing fan. I never really have been, so I've never made one. I probably need to make one just so I can help all of you guys out that love dressing, but I've never been a dressing fan. For Thanksgiving and Christmas, I rarely have dressing. Like, my mom makes a really good dressing. My mother-in-law makes a delicious dressing, but I can easily go without it. So I'm not a big fan. I usually stick to the protein and the vegetables. So I already talked to my mother-in-law yesterday, asked her what she wanted me to bring. She said a vegetable, so I got this. I'm gonna make the creamy bacon Brussels sprouts. Yep, that's what my side dish is gonna be. And I don't know what I'm gonna make for my mom's family yet, but I usually just stick to the turkey and the ham and the vegetables. If I eat anything during the holidays, it's going to be the dessert. Like, my mother-in-law makes the most awesome desserts. So if I'm going to use any carbs, then I'm going to save it for the dessert. All right, now see how that's starting to thicken up? See it? Y'all see the difference? It's starting to thicken up, and we're going to go ahead and add the cheese. Now, keep in mind, this cheese is going to make it thick. So if you need to add more heavy cream, you can. We're just going to put that cheese right into the mix. I have right about a cup, maybe a little more. And I kept it out just in case I want some more. Oh, and we're just going to stir it up, get that cheese to melt, and guys, I mean, it's ready. Voila. Look how beautiful it is. It is a beautiful Mexican cheese dip. Now, if you want to taste it, you can certainly taste it. If it's still too watery, just keep letting it simmer. See, it's going to get thicker and thicker as it sits, especially after I just added the cheese. You can always taste it to see if you want any more seasonings, but it's delicious. I don't even have to taste it. I'm so excited. All right, guys, I'm going to let this simmer. I'm going to get my stuff out of the oven, and I will talk to all of you guys later. Bye.